This side only the pinion and this side the whole thing. This is first gear, second gear, all the rollers, and what they do is in here like this goes the cover. Wow, the magnet just pulls it. Guys, come here. Let's start by assembling the gearbox. Now you see this is where the sprocket is connected. So basically this is the output shaft, and right here in this one is the input shaft where the engine is connected. So how the gears work is these selectors, they basically go in here like this and they move these gears up and I mean sideways. So and when it is completely inside, let's say this gear is completely inside there, it locks this shaft with this gear, and you see Alexa stop. And you see now when we rotate this gear, the shaft moves. When we move out this gear, now you see if I rotate this is free. And same way next, this sprocket goes in here like this, and now you see this also locks with this shaft, and if you move this out it doesn't, and this spins free. This is how the gears work. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of V-Builds. You see the mess behind me. I took apart the whole engine. If you want to see this, check out the previous video. Now in this video we are going to assemble it. This is going to be my first engine assembly, and I hope it goes well and it runs. So let's go, let's do it. This is a Pulsar 200 and here's the engine. Let's assemble it. Now I didn't break this down, the shaft completely, so I can explain what's going on here. There's one lock first, and then there's one washer, then this sprocket goes in here, then there is another washer and lock in there, then you put this sprocket, and then there's another lock in here, this washer goes in here, and then this sprocket, and there's a lock and a washer right there. So this is the initial assembly, and then you can put in this sprocket just like this. So remember, these three teeth stay on the outside and this one goes inside. Then this type of washer, you can find it, and it goes in like this. And then this pinion, this gear, make sure you put it like this. If you put it like this, you see if there's a cavity inside here, so this cavity needs to be inside. If you put it like this, then after you close the chamber it will not rotate. So make sure it goes in like this. So now you see this this gear works with this sprocket, and again it locks the shaft with this sprocket. That's it. These are all the gears that we have. Finally one washer goes in and this side is ready. Working on the input shaft. Now this one also there are few sprockets which are already in. So now if you see, this sprocket is free, and when we move this in gear, it goes in here and it locks the shaft with it. Then there is this locking sprocket, and then we put this washer right there just like that, and then this sprocket goes in like this so that this can lock inside there, and then finally the last sprocket goes in like this, and then there is this another washer which goes in like that. So now our input shaft is also ready. This is output shaft, this is input shaft. Okay, now we can put it in the engine. Now let's install everything in the engine. Yeah, first is this gear selector. This one is the, what to tell you, the point of connection for the neutral light. So when this touches on the upper chamber, it turns on the light. So to connect this, you just put it in this one like this. Should be free to move. Good. Then this one just like that, and then the output shaft. I think I'll have to put the gears first like this. Yep. now the gears are not turning because the gear selectors are not in. Now for the selector pins, you see there are 3 of these, 2 of which are alike, so it doesn't matter which one you put where, up or down, and the one is different. So the 2 same ones you put in this pin, and the other pin, if you see, it has a little extension, so just leave that one. Now this one also doesn't have a side. Okay, I better put the pins first. You see there's a cavity to hold the gears. Yep, snaps in. Other one also, if you see here, I'll show you this cavity right there. Just put this in like that. Now these 2 are aligned. Can just slide the pin in there. And other thing is they should also sit in the slots on the gear selector. And same goes for the right side. This one goes in here. Before that, just put this in like that and slide it in there. Now check this out. These are connected properly. If you move the selector, still same. Okay. Next we have this to hold the selector in place. It goes in here like this, and then the screw goes on the top just like that. That's it. And now we have to connect this gear. Put this down, goes in here, and then there was this Allen bolt which holds it in place, so our gear selector is installed. I forgot to add this washer, so just that you don't forget it, put this washer in here and then install it the same way just like I just did. Okay. And the spring goes in here. It's a bit difficult, but the spring is on. So now our gear selector is fixed and all the gears are in, except this one. This one keeps running out. Now the gears are installed and they are working fine. So if you want to see, this is first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Yep, everything good. Back to third gear, second gear. Oh yeah, I already at first gear. So yeah, the gears are working fine. Awesome. Next is the crankshaft. Since the gearbox is ready, and it goes like this. Okay, crankshaft is on as well. I'll bang it in place a little. Don't bang it too hard, otherwise you might just break it. There you go, the crankshaft is on. Pretty good. Okay, now the crankshaft is on. So there are 2 toggles, one goes here, other one goes here. The other one is in the cover, so I don't it's a bit difficult to remove, so I'll keep it that way. And now I'll put on the gasket. And then what I forgot, I'll put some oil on the gears as well. Here is the new gasket and it goes in like this. Make sure you remove the old gasket properly before fitting the new one. Add in this toggle like that. and fits in perfect. You have to remember this is the magnet side which goes outside, and here is the other cover. Before attaching this I have to clean it. That I will do it. And also I want to test the starter if it works or not. So yep, so if you see, the starter is working. Cool. Now I'll clean it and then I will show you the remaining things, how to connect it and all. This is the cover and I have cleaned it to the best of my abilities. So one toggle pin is here, other one which I was talking about is right there, so it goes in here. So now we can place it back on. I put the longer screws in just to keep the toggles in place. I'm sorry, just to keep the gasket in place. Yeah. Putting in the screws. Slowly it's setting in place. Good. Now I'll tighten them a little more just to crush the gasket. Make sure you don't tighten it too much, because if you do that the screws might just come loose and then you'll be in a lot of trouble. I'm going diagonally. Now this is all packed up, the screws are tight. This one screw goes in here. Let's get down to business. And one screw goes on this side here. So our gearbox is ready. Next, moving on. Next I'll close this side first. So the easiest one, I'll just put in the sprocket first, because I know there's nothing else to do here. Okay, I have to clean it first. Wait. So the sprocket is also symmetrical. You can just put it like any way you want. Now before you put the sprocket in, you have to put in this washer. I forgot it, so I had to take out the sprocket, but you remember this. Put it in like this, sits there, and then you can put on the sprocket again, as I just showed you. This one is very interesting. If you see, there is a cut in the threads right there. You see, there's a groove right there, and how it works is, when you put this washer on top like this and you turn it in that groove, see, so now the washer is stuck with the notches over there, and this sprocket will never come out unless you take out this washer. So this is very interesting engineering that I found. Love it. And now let's tighten the screws. Wait, hold on. Too strong, man. And the sprocket is on. Now we can start closing this side also. You can just need to take out this bolt as well. Now if you see, this notch matches with this right here, because there is supposed to be a gear which goes there. So I just keep it like this and then put the screws on. That's it. Next is this gear which connects the starter motor to the flywheel. So it goes in like this side stays up, and then finally this big gear which is basically the flywheel. So it goes in like this. Yep, see, now it is connected to the starter motor, and there will be one pin which we need to insert here. Let me find it. This is the pin which is also symmetrical, so you can just slide it in like that, and we have our gear installed. And then there is this rubber bush which goes on here. And finally, you remember there was a key. Where did I put it? This one. This key, remember to put this back, and you can slide your magnet in. So the key will go in here like this. Okay. Yep, like this. And then the magnet with this notch can just slide in like that. You need to put in the rollers first. First this spring goes in like this. Just like that. So I've installed all the rollers, and what they do is they facilitate one side movement of this magnet, and that's how we are able to use the self start. So this pinion goes over here. Check this out. If you turn the pinion this side, the magnet doesn't rotate, but if you try to turn it the other way, the magnet rotates. That's how the self start works. This side only the pinion, and this side the whole thing. Now this whole assembly goes in the engine. Right. The key is there already, and this notch goes in the key. Like that. That's it. I've been looking for it, and this is where the washer is hiding. So finally you put in the washer and then the screw, and that's it. I forgot to clean this properly, so there is a lot of gasket over it. So I'm just cleaning the gasket, and then I can install a new gasket and the cover, and then we'll be done. Okay, another gasket. There's one doggle pin here, and another gasket goes in here like this. That's it, and then we can put on the cover. And here goes the cover. So inside the cover, this is alternator, and here's the magnet. So this alternator goes inside the magnet, and the oil this locks it, and the oil just stays on the outside, doesn't go inside. This toggle pin, this pin sets in here. And yep, I guess that's it. I'll just have to put another toggle pin here. There it goes. Sits perfect. Now goes the cover. Oh wow, the magnet just pulls it. Guys, come here, come here. And sits nice. And then just put in the screws. And tighten all the screws one by one, and that's it. The gearbox is ready. Wrap guys, this is how you assemble the gearbox and the magnet side of a bike, I would say Pulsar. And hope you like the video. See you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing.
This guy's not slowing down. Yeah, that's confirmed. He's not stopping. Code 3.